All right, YouTube Live, Facebook, we are on. You're inside the webinar room. We are on, we are on, we are on. Can't see any of my Facebook comments though. There we go. I think I'll be able to get it from here. So, welcome, guys. Hopefully, I got the cameras all set up so you guys can see me, see the board. Unfortunately, I don't have my monitor set for YouTube, so I can't see any YouTube comments live. I'm working on getting my system prepared so I can see Facebook comments live. But we're talking about the best online business opportunity for 2019, why it's beneficial for you to take at least 20 to 30 minutes out of your day before you get heavily into your New Year's Eve celebration, and talk about how you're going to bring 2019 in financially, from a financial standpoint, from a legacy standpoint, right? So, one second, and I think we are good to go. So for those of you who do not know me, my name is H. Cortez, also known as the Financial Health Mentor, where I do my absolute best to bring practical yet proven wealth building strategies to working men and women all over this great nation of ours. It's truly an honor, privilege, and a blessing as we wind down 2018, get ready to go into 2019. I feel that my purpose on this planet is to empower people financially through entrepreneurship. I want to empower you financially, but the way that I think that all people can be empowered is through the use and understanding of entrepreneurship. So we're going to talk a lot about that tonight. Again, I thank you for giving me a little bit of your time. If you are watching us on Facebook, then let me know what city and state you're tuning in from. Excited to have you on board. Same thing with YouTube. Unfortunately, I can't see YouTube comments at the moment. Nevertheless, I welcome you to the stream as well. I want to talk about a particular industry in terms of entrepreneurship and this particular business opportunity, because I think it literally is the biggest industry out there. And I think everybody can find a piece of happiness in this industry. But more importantly, it's one of those deals where you need this stuff anyway, right? So the industry that I'm talking about is the financial services industry. The financial services industry right now is a $4 trillion per year industry in the United States. Financial services in the United States is a $4 trillion per year industry. I don't know about you, but I don't need a huge percentage of 4 trillion to be all right. In fact, less than one half of 1% would be okay with me. The reason financial services is so critically important to understand is because if you're going to go into any business endeavor, you have to always decide whether or not that business main core products is something that is a fad or something that is what we call evergreen. There's nothing wrong with fads and trends. We know there have been some trends that have come and gone, and some people who are able to make tons of money in those trends. In fact, one thing comes to mind when I think of a trend. I think of the fidget spinner, right? Last year, year before last, fidget spinners were everywhere. People were able to go and order fidget spinners from China for 50 cents a piece and sell them for up to $20 a piece, right? And if you got in on that fad, chances are you made you a nice piece of change if you understand business, right? There's nothing wrong with a fad, but you also got to be concerned and take a heavy observation of what we call evergreen industries. See, evergreen industries are those business models and those industries where the product is never, ever going out of style. It doesn't go in and out. It's always ever existing. And the market for that product never ever diminishes because it is just the way it's a core part of who we are fundamentally as human beings to need or to want or yearn for these particular products and services. So I'll give you a couple evergreen industries that you can think about. The relationship industry, right? People who write books on relationship, couples, marriage, parenting, the relationship between mom and daughter, father and son. See, that's an industry that as long as we are human on this planet, people will always be trying to figure out how to better cultivate relationships. And if you have an expertise in that area, then you can make money forever in that area, right? How about health and fitness, diet and nutrition? As long as we will consume food for subsistence, then the diet and nutrition, health and fitness industry is going to be around forever. Well, guess what, guys? The money industry is the same. As long as they don't teach money in school, they don't teach, you're going to continue to graduate from high school and college with debt, and taxes are always going to be a part of your life. Credit cards, they're not teaching the masses any of that stuff. So guess what? There's always going to be a need for financial services, and in our particular case, financial education. So we're going to talk a little bit about the financial education industry and how you can get yourself a piece of that $4 trillion per year industry. But we cannot ignore the advance in technology known as the internet. So I'm going to talk about 7 things that makes a good business model online, or 7 things that all businesses in general need, but especially if you're trying to deal with some sort of business online. Number 1, you're going to write these down, is every business needs to have real value or solve real problems, right? So in our industry, we know that people have 5 fundamental problems when it comes to their finances. Either they need to make more, they are being taxed too much, or Uncle Sam is getting a big piece of it. They are drowning in debt and trying to figure out how to get out. They've messed their credit up in their college days, and now that they are adults and getting their grown man and woman on, they're trying to figure out how to overcome that. And they are trying to figure out when they finally get some money, what to do with it to make it grow so that they can leave a lasting legacy for their family. See, we have a product that solves all 5 of those problems that most people have. If we can help you get to a 750 credit score, you believe that has value for a lot of people, right? If we can help you get out of debt in record time, there's so many people drowning in debt that product has real value. And then you also have to have a product that is in high demand. So it has to have real value, it has to solve a real problem, and it has to be in high demand, right? Number 2, so that's number 1. Number 2, is it irresistible or able offer? I do like my buddy Doc Bobo says he does A through Z and 1 through 10. And if I miss a letter, just grab it out the box and fill it in, right? So, number 2, you have to have an irresistible offer. Guys, we teach the same financial strategies and principles as a Grant Cardone, as a Robert Kiyosaki, as a Jim Rohn, as a Dr. Boyce Watkins, as a Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, right? We just don't do it for hundreds and thousands of dollars, right? So we have an irresistible offer. Our product will help you fix your credit, minimize your taxes, get out of debt, learn to invest, and make more money. And when I tell you what it costs to do all of those things, you'll see that we have an irresistible offer. Number 3, if you're doing any business online, then you have to have professional sales material, right? That's a no-brainer. Why? Because when you're dealing with business online, there's a lot of charlatans out there. Let's just keep it all the way 100. There's a lot of people doing some shady business online, and if you don't have professional sales material and professional sales funnels and sales pages that explain what it is that you do, and you don't have the right presentation of your material, then that causes a problem for you to be able to convert sales. And even if you do have an irresistible offer, so you got to have professional sales material. Number 4, you got to be a friend of automation if you're dealing with a business online. Especially in 2019, with all the things that we have going on with our family, with our friends, with our jobs, with our children, right? If you don't have automation in your business, it is very easy for you to become a slave to your business. Very, very easy for you to become a slave to your business. So all online businesses, you'll notice there's some form of automation in there. There are some applications, some software, some robots doing some of the heavy lifting so that you don't have to become a slave to your business. Number 5. I think there's only one C, recurring income. Right? Recurring income. There's nothing wrong with sales. I love sales, right? But nobody wants to be in a position where they have to constantly be selling over and over and over again. Right? So you've got to put yourself into a position where you can get some recurring income. One of the biggest companies in the world is doing that right now, the company known as Uber. They're creating a membership account or a membership style business model for Uber. You pay so many dollars per month and you get unlimited Uber rides. Why? Because that's recurring income. All the best businesses in the world are starting to look at how they can create membership. Walmart did it with Sam's Club, right? Recurring income. These are offline businesses and online businesses. Then you got to have number 6, sales leverage, right? What does that mean? If I don't have an ability to create some sort of leveraged income where I don't have to work myself to death, then I don't know how valid or valuable that is to me as a business opportunity when I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a basketball coach and trainer, I'm a friend, I'm a son, I'm a coach, I'm a mentor, I'm a lot of things. So I eventually want to be able to build something that's going to continue to pay me for years and years and years to come. So you want your business model to have sales leverage, right? I can build a team, train that team how to go forth and do what I train them to do, and I earn a small percentage of their production, right? That's called sales leverage, right? A lot of people have a problem with that individually, but at the same time, they go to work every day and let their company leverage their talent, their time. And that same company is leveraging the talent and the time of hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, in the case of Walmart, millions of employees' time, right? See, we've been taught that there's 24 hours in a day. And it is if you don't understand leverage. Does Walmart have the same 24 hours in a day that I have? No, because they got millions of employees that they get to hire and put to work for them for 8 hours a day. So they got 24, or they got millions of employees that work around the clock. So they got 24 hours a day times a couple million, because they understand leverage. And then number 7, last but not least, you gotta have a product with ease of use. Come on, y'all. Y'all know in today's economy, today's society, that anything complicated, ain't nobody trying to do it. If it's complicated, if there's too many steps, if it's all about a bunch of rigmarole, people are not going to do it. So these are the 7 things that you absolutely have to have in any business, but in particular, a business that's going to operate online. You've got to have a product with real value that solves a real problem in high demand. You've got to have an irresistible offer. You got to have professional sales material. You got to have automation. You got to have recurring income. You got to have sales leverage, and you got to have a product with ease of use. We have all of these products in what we call, or we have all of these attributes in what we call our income shifting membership. ISM. Income shifting membership for less than $50 to start, then $35 per month. You can get what we call our income shifting membership through our company called myEcon. So, what is an income shifting membership? It is basically the equivalent of your gym membership for your body. You go work out, you hit the gym, you hit the treadmills, you hit the weights, the dumbbells, you hit the stair climbers, you hit the aerobics machine and all that. Well, you do that for your physical health. Our income shifting membership is for your financial health, right? Our income shifting membership is to your money what your church or synagogue membership is to your spirit. Right? So I'm going to a New Year's Eve celebration at my church as soon as I get finished with this webinar tonight. Right? And we're going to bring in the new year as a church family. Why do I do that? Because I want my spiritual health to be healthy going into 2019. Our income shifting membership will make sure that your financial health is in order going into 2019. So if you don't like a monthly subscription, then this isn't the business opportunity for you, right? But for less than $50 to get started, $35 per month, you can have your own income shifting membership. And what that really means is we want to help you shift your income back from the 3 entities that are getting it from you, right? Who's beating you to your money right now? We already know that big business is, right? Who else is getting your money? Uncle Sam. Taxes, right? What about the banks? Debt, right? See, the banks are getting your money in 2 ways. What's the other way they're getting your money? Central banks control inflation. So those are the 4 issues that you have to deal with and overcome if you want good money health going into 2019. Now, I want you guys to hold me accountable to this. I'm going to show you how we deal with all 4 of these. But I want you to call me out at the end if I miss one. So first thing that you got to understand is that how you make your money in America determines how you're taxed in this country. How you make your money, in my opinion, is way more important than how much money you make. How you make your money, in my opinion, is way more important than how much money you make for a couple reasons. One of the main reasons is taxes. If you make your money as a W-2 employee on a job, you're taxed anywhere from 28 to 33%. If you make your money through a 1099 or a business, because of all the tax write-offs, the net effect of taxes on your money is 18 to 23%. And then if you're smart and you make all of your money with money, you're going to be taxed less than 15%. How you make your money in America is far more important, in my opinion, than how much money you make. Because how you make your money, first of all, determines how you're taxed. How you make your money determines how you're taxed. How you make your money also determines whether or not you're going to have some sales leverage or some leverage or residual income. How you make your money determines in a lot of cases whether or not you're going to eventually have some ownership. So when we're talking about income shifting, we want you to, instead of just making your money with a job. A lot of you are saying, well, Cortez, I don't have $60,000 to go buy me a Subway franchise and start a business, right? I don't have, I love to cook, but I don't have money to open a restaurant, right? But here's what we want you to understand. We don't dump on people with jobs. But when people with jobs learn how to marry a 1099 with their job, now they position themselves to get their money back from big business, Uncle Sam, the banks via debt, and the banks via inflation. Here's how it works. You marry a business. I don't care what business. If you partner with us, you get a business. But what if you don't partner with us and you already have a business where you design and sell t-shirts online, right? I know some people who are doing that, but what they're not doing is going to their employer, adjusting their W-4 form on their job so they can get a pay increase of anywhere from $200 to $600 per month. Yeah, because nobody is teaching us that if I have a business while I'm working a job, my W-4 form asks me, do I have any non-wage income? My W-4 form asks me, do I have any adjustments to my income, i.e., a business where I will have some tax write-offs? If I say yes to that question, then on my job will take less taxes out of my paycheck and thus giving me a $200 to $600 per month pay raise. Right? How many of you can use a $200 to $600 per month pay raise on your job? Right? Just by completing one simple form after you legitimize your side hustle, right? I know tons of people who got side hustles. They're just not legitimizing them because they're thinking they're getting over by making some money under the table. You've got to legitimize your side hustle. So, because I adjusted my W-4 form, I got an extra $200 to $600 a month coming into my paycheck. Woohoo! Now, we've heard it said in our community, it ain't about what you make, it's about what you keep. And that's partially correct. But more than what you keep, it's about what you do with what you keep. See, we got a place over here not too far from my house where I can take this $200 to $600 per month and I can use it to rent rims for my van every single month. Now, is it more about what I made? Or is it more about what I kept or what I did with what I kept? See, you can keep an extra $200 to $600 a month, but if you do something foolish with it, it's not benefiting you. So what we recommend that you do is you take this extra $200 to $600 a month, which is called minimizing taxes, right? So we get Uncle Sam out of our pocket. Then you take this $200 to $600 a month and you start minimizing or eliminating your debt. Got to get your debt down, guys. You're paying the banks and their children and their grandchildren and their great-grandchildren to live the life that you want to live, because you had to have something right now, right? My mentor says that interest is the price you pay to own something today that you cannot afford. It's the price you pay to own something in advance or to own something today that you really can't afford, right? So I'm going to take this extra $200 to $600 a month that I got back from my W-4 adjustment because I went to my job and say, hey, I got a legitimate business. Stop taking all those taxes out of my check, right? Now I'm going to be smart with this money. I'm going to use that to get out of debt. While I'm working on getting myself out of debt, I might as well look at my expenses. Because now I have a game plan. I've got a goal. I'm trying to do something. So I might take all 250 channels that I have on satellite and cable and say, you know what? Drop the muds down to 100, please. And I'll save $50 a month, right? I might, instead of going out to eat on every single lunch break every day, I might start fasting lunch 2 times a day. Or I might start taking my lunch. And I might save another $50 a month. See, look at your expenses and see where your money is getting away from you, right? How about this for managing your cash flow? Now, if you're like me, you understand what having bad credit is like. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt and the hat. But how does this affect my cash flow? See, you might have a car loan right now, and when you went and got that car loan, your credit was less than ideal. Because it was less than ideal, they let you walk away with a car, they just hit you with a high interest rate. So now you're paying $550 a month for a car that you really didn't even get a chance to choose. They told you because of what your credit is, this is what you got to drive. You needed a car to get to and from work, you said okay. But I fixed my credit, which credit is part of our income shifting membership, credit repairs in our income shifting membership. I fixed my credit, got it up to 725. Now I went and refinanced that car loan, and my car note went from 550 to 300. See, that just put $250 a month back into your cash flow. So now you got $200 to $600 a month that came into your household because you started a business and you legitimized it and you adjusted your W-4 form. You went through our credit program, fixed your credit, refinanced your car loan, put another $250 a month back into your pocket. Now you're using that to double down on your car note so you can pay it off even faster. You're using this $250 to double down on your credit cards or your student loan so you pay that stuff off even faster. Right? The other thing that you get to do when you have a business is you take regular, everyday expenses, what else? Car, truck. See, when you have a business and you legitimize that business, you not only save taxes when you adjust your W-4 form, you take all of the bills that you're paying right now and you operate your business from your home. So now a percentage of your cell phone, internet, some of the meals, some of the travel, the miles you put in on your car, the kids, all of that stuff now becomes a tax write-off. All of that is becoming a tax write-off. See, we're helping everyday, hardworking Americans get the same game plan and blueprint that wealthy people have been running since forever. Right? Come on. We all have sat back and we watched wealthy people in action, and we gripe, moan, and complain that, man, wealthy people don't pay no taxes. I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. That's how they got wealthy in the first place. And they ain't do nothing wrong. I'm going to say that. I'm going to run that one back. We know wealthy people don't pay the same amount of taxes as everybody else. That's how they got wealthy in the first place. And they didn't do anything wrong. They didn't do anything that you too can do. They started a business which allowed them to lower their taxes. They always put their kids to work in their business because that further lowers their taxes. Because how they make their money is more important than how much money they make. They take the tax savings and they pay off their personal debt, which gets them a good credit score, and then they leverage that good credit score to get business credit. Then they start using other people's money to grow their empire. And when they use other people's money to grow their empire, they use another group of people's money to pay it off, called customers, called clients. Come on, they go to the bank and they borrow $1 million to increase their inventory, and then the customers come in and buy up the inventory. They take the money that they got from the customers and they pay back the person that they borrowed the money from. Never using any of their money. See, it's time for us to wake up and get in that game. So, everyday expenses become tax write-offs. With our income shifting membership, we also have a referral model. If you want to make anywhere from $8 to $35 per referral, you can do that. Plus, residuals. See, we play no games about building generational wealth. I told you we have 2 speeds in which we build. I can take this income shifting membership without the referral model, get my $200 to $600, minimize my taxes, eliminate my debt, minimize my expenses, fix my credit, write off my lifestyle. That's going to free up anywhere for the average American $1,000 to $2,500 per month. That's going to interest on their debts right now. We take this $1,000 to $2,500 and we start investing it. We start investing that. I know right now, without even going to my financial calculator, if you invest $1,500 per month for 7 years at 14% rate of return, it's going to grow to $212,000. If you take that $212,000, stop putting the $1,500 a month in, but just let that $212 keep growing for your children's children. Another 20 years is going to grow to $3.4 million. And if you let that play out for another generation, that $3.4 million will grow to over $100 million. See, when you minimize your taxes, that allows you to get the money you need to pay off your debt. While you're paying off your debt, you stop giving big business all your money. And you take the money that was going to big business and to Uncle Sam, and you get your debt paid off. Then you position yourself to have $1,000 to $2,500 per month to start investing so that your money grows faster than the rate of inflation. And we put this all in a nice package in your own website, your own back office, your own virtual classroom / school, so you can learn how to do all of this for $35 per month. If you tell a friend or two what you're doing and they get excited and they want to do it with you, then the company will pay you and you can add some fuel to this fire. The company pays passive income, upfront commission, and residual income if you decide to really build this as a business and take full advantage of everything that's offered. Again, our referral model, I want everybody to type in optional. Our referral model is optional. You don't have to do the referral model piece. That's an option. Most people don't have what it takes to do the referral model piece because they got a problem with the word no. I'm just going to keep it all the way 100. Most people don't have what it takes to refer someone to a program like this that will help them because they're too busy worrying about being judged. You didn't have a single problem referring Bird Box to your friend and that it was a good movie and that they will get some enjoyment, some laughter, some fun. It will be a good investment of their 2 hours worth of time if they went and saw it. Right? But you have an opportunity to refer someone to a income shifting membership that will transform their lives for generations to come financially. But again, that's optional. Everybody ain't about that life, and we don't force that life on anybody. So, with that being said, if you like what you saw today, all of this whole thing is online. You refer people via social media to take a look at a short video that breaks this down. You can tag people in this very video right here. If it makes sense to them and they want to get started with an income shifting membership, if you refer them, the company tracks that referral to you and they pay you every time. Every time. So, if you like what you're seeing, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on YouTube, whether you are in the webinar room, I want you to comment, I'm ready, because you're ready to change your 2019 financially. You're going to get your New Year's resolution says, hey, I'm finally going to get into the gym and I'm going to get my body into some shape. Hey, I'm going to get back into church. I'm going to get back into the Word and reading my Bible or whatever your spiritual text is. I'm going to get my spirit in order. Well, guess what? Now you got an income shifting membership to get your money in order. That includes credit repair. That includes our tax minimization training. That includes our debt elimination software. That includes our credit repair. That includes our investment education on how to get double-digit returns on your money so that you can start growing your money faster than the rate of inflation, people. Some of you guys got thousands of dollars sitting in the bank right now earning less than 1%. The rule of 72 says that if I divide 72 by the interest rate, it tells me how long it takes my money to double. 72 divided by 1% is 72. It takes 72 years for your money to double in the bank. I was getting 12% on that money. 72 divided by 12 is 6. How would you like for your money to be doubling every 6 years? And then you take that money and you put it into an account at 12% for your child who's just 4. What does that double to every 6 years by the time your child is 50? But you gotta be willing to take action. Comment, I'm ready, and I want you to tag the person who got you into this webinar. Tag the person whose page you're seeing this on and say, hey, I want an income shifting membership for 2019. Less than $50 to get started. Well, Cortez, what is the price? I don't know. It depends on when you're seeing this. I know it's less than $50. So what if it's $49.95? Is it worth it to you to change your financial circumstances? You could be seeing this at a time where it's $27.95. You could be seeing it at a time that's $47.95. You could be seeing it at a time where it's $12.95. I don't know. Less than $50 though. $35 a month is constant, and you can change your financial future with a business that allows you to get your personal finances in order, and finally share something with others that will absolutely transform their lives. So that's it for tonight's webinar. I'm your main man, H. Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor. Until I talk to y'all next time, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. So hustle up.